Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another book review. Recently I just purchased the Shadowhunters Codex, excuse me, I can't talk well, and I absolutely love it. Just look at this artwork, it's absolutely gorgeous. And of course there are drawings in here done by Clary. If I can find the drawings in the back, and I really like those the best. Let's give you a little bit of a preview what it looks like. I wish I could draw like that. But it's basically a go-to guide if you're a fan of the Mortal Instruments or Infernal Devices. I'm very intrigued as to what she's going to do with any more books in the series. She said she was going to write another series, which I will indefinitely have to read. It's very concise, it's very informative, it is absolutely resplendent in its drawings. It gives a lot of good information according to the mortal instruments themselves, the Archangel Raziel, demons, vampires, the voodoo zombies. They don't have zombies in the series of mortal instruments. They don't have zombies that eat brains. They're more of the voodoo type, which are controlled by somebody who is a priest or priestess. And if you go back into true zombie myths, it goes all back to voodoo culture. And I know slightly a little bit about, but I'm not too terribly familiarized with it, and I think I should be. I'm not really sure what else to say other than I absolutely loved the book itself, and I thought it was really beautifully done and very entertaining, and it holds your attention. And I like the fact that they have Jace and Clary and Simon passing the book around and writing little notes in it, and I think that just added to the humor of it. You'll find yourself reading it, and then all of a sudden you'll come upon something that Simon wrote, or well, actually what Simon wrote or Jace wrote or Clary, and then their different handwriting. It's all very amusing. Um, Jace has always been my favorite character of the entire series, just because he's such an iconoclast, and he's just a rule breaker. He's you're a non-conventionalist, and I like people like that. I like people who think outside the box and think for themselves, and they don't let the dogma straddle them or chain them. They work outside of that, and they find other methods of enacting justice in the world, like he does as a Shadowhunter. And of course, this explains the origin of Shadowhunters, Jonathan Shadowhunter, and David and the Silent Brothers, the Iron Sisters, and how in the world of the Mortal Instruments, the women are very integral. And this I really like. I think it's a very empowering message for young ladies. And this is why I like the series so much, because Clary, she stands out to me. When the Shadowhunters, or the Clave, or the Enclave, or when that was first being formed, it explains this, and I'm not going to give that away, but it says that women were always the important part of really getting the mechanism in motion. And talks about the whole initiate process and marriage, intermarriage, and even same-sex marriages and Idris are concerned as commonplace. And I thought, oh, cool, I like this. This is I love how open-minded Claire is, and the way that she writes things. And a lot of people are not familiarized with the fact that she does take a lot of what she gets here from the Bible, and probably a lot of people think, that's different. A lot of it comes from the Kabbalah and Arabic tradition, Celtic tradition, Japanese folklore. It combines Scottish folklore, Greek myth, um, Creole mythology, like I said, voodoo and zombies. It is just a combination or a conglomerate of all these things united, and that's what makes the series so epic, I feel. And I'm looking forward to more of the same, and hopefully maybe a solidification of my favorite OTP, which would be Jace and Clary, even though I know I did like Simon and Clary when they were first introduced, but I really like him better with Mara. I think her name's Mara. I'm not sure if it's Mara or Miriam, or I forget what her name is, but anyway, I like those two together better. Um, Myra. Yeah, her name's Myra. Excuse me. I knew it was started with an M. I was going to get it right here sooner or later. I can't really say that much else about the Codex itself, but if you are a fan of anything Shadowhunter, by all means get it, because it is your all-in-one go-to guide. It's a little bit of a Beastiarie, Grimoire, excuse me, geography book about Idris, origin stories, just your common. It's like a D&D manual. If you're into D&D, even if you don't like such things as all the religious influence in it, it doesn't matter. It's still really intriguing and fascinating, I feel. And for me, having my background in the Apocrypha, and I've read the Gnostic, well, I haven't read the Gnostic Bible yet. I've read the Bhagavad, I've read the Quran, I've read the Egyptian Book of the Dead, which was a real challenge because it's huge. I've read the Pseudo-Apocrypha, I've read a little bit of the Nag Hammadi. All of that is included within the Codex. Well, not all of it, but they hint upon it. And if you're familiarized with that, then you'll remember, oh yeah, she is right, and her 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 research is accurate. So I really don't have that much else to say about the Shadowhunters Codex, other than it is a must-have book, or a must-read book if you've gotten into the original series. So I give it 2 thumbs up and 5 stars, hands down. And not only that, but it's just absolutely lovely to look at. And if you take this off, I'm going to take the little cover off of the book itself, and see it nice to look at, and it's got kind of a velvety feel to it. And if you, as you see, there's the mortal cup on the cover, and the artwork is so awesome. It's just absolutely incredible. And of course I like the different yeah, there's Hodge there. I think that's Hodge. It looks like Hodge. It's just really awesome, just a sensational, and I love it. And it just looks neat. I think. And angels. All these different creatures and foes and friends and foes, and it's just so expansive that there's really no end to it, I think. And it's just its own little world. But I think it could easily be crossed over with other series as well, which would be interesting if that ever happened. I wonder if anybody's done that. Well, anyway, that's all I have to say about Shadowhunters Codex. So, live long and prosper. Next time, ciao!